Hello, people, and welcome back to The Energy Man. Right. The reason why this video is called Update is because I didn't have no creative name and I was just very. I just wanted to give this a little bit of a rush thing because I want to tell you a few, updates, a few things. I need to clear my throat like 500 times, I still can't clear it. Anyway, the reason I haven't uploaded in a while, um, for these past 2 weeks or three, is because I don't know why. I'm trying to do something different. Not in that aspect of not doing YouTube anymore. Obviously, I enjoy recording videos, editing them because it's funny, but also I have got multiple videos which need updating and need publishing, which are quite funny. But honestly, there are so many things going through my mind, what destroying me, confusing me, and just breaking me down to the bone where I'm just like, what am I doing? Why am I feeling like this? What is going off with my head? Bikes outside, what the fuck, bro? I've got a very busy road. I've left the window open. Sorry, people, for the shit, but that's just how it is. I didn't know what to do. I was just so out of my own depth. I was just like, I need to really get my head on together because there's been so much stress, so much like distance, just pain, like hurting and just worrying and everything. You just don't know what's going to happen next. And that's what life's all about. It's unpredictability, isn't it? You don't know what's going to happen the next day. Something bad might happen, something great might happen, or it just stays the same or normal, you know. But that's not what I'm really trying to talk about. It's just that's just been my life past the few days. It's been the same, but in later stages, it's also gone down a lot. I've realized that money isn't really a big concern in my life. Obviously, I like going to work and enjoying the time I do there and just getting the money because it's fun. Don't get me wrong, money's everything in life. Money does buy happiness, and I'm not joking. But it doesn't buy time for friends. And that's what I've done. I've separated myself from friends for money. And that is not a good thing. I've ignored people for the last few weeks because I was just up my own ass. And it's very annoying to admit it, but it's true. And it's been that way for, well, obviously them 2 weeks, but it's kind of frustrating to me why I did that. I'm really ashamed of doing it too. But to be honest, I am sorry. And all that money I've made and everything, it'll only just go to waste. What for? Fucking driving lessons mainly. I don't know, clothes or just food, you know? Nothing extreme. It's not gonna buy me a mansion in the middle of Los Angeles, is it? So what I'm trying to say is just make your time. Do what you need to do. That's today's message anyway. Put this away. There are some things what I've done as well. I'll give you a few funny things actually. I've got a few funny clips what I want to share with you as well. What's been happening. Just on my own terms, what I found funny. I've played this game recently. It's called Skate. And oh my god, it's ridiculously hilarious to play. Like, how the ragdoll effects work and everything. I'll show you this clip in like just pop it on the screen now. You see what I mean? It's just it's stuff like that what really kicks up the ass. It just makes you giggle. Another thing, there is a reason why I've done this ignored, because obviously I've been to work and I could have texted my friends, but I never did, right? And that's very bad, because the reason why I never did that is because I wanted to figure out who I really was first. And I don't even know my own self. I'll be real. I just live off different type of, well, personality shards in a way. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Of course I know, but just, it's weird. It's very weird. You know, I just think maybe if I pretend, I can probably get some conversations out and just think this and that. But no, that's the thing. When I think in a few videos earlier before this one, I talked about being yourself and everything, and obviously you should, but it's a big issue with me, and it's very hard for me to even do that. I've got a friend who can do that without question. He don't care. He acts super stupidly strange in front of normal people, and you know what them normal people do? They don't act. They don't do anything. Sometimes you get a little smile. Sometimes you get no reaction. It just goes to show everyone's NPCs. I'm pretty sure I've talked about that before though. But anyway, let's get on to the big juicy shit. I want to talk about Rec Room. I've got a video on that actually, of just me impersonating an Indian man, which is quite funny. But another thing, I don't know when I'm uploading that, but I have no choice now since I mentioned it, so I will have to do it. Also, I've heard, right, that Rec Room is being shut down. And oh my lordy lord, I am absolutely dearly upset, because the Goofy Times moment, getting scared, all them series, I wanted to make hundreds of videos, but obviously I never did because of how, well, lazy I was. But that's besides the point. Oh, I can't believe it's going though. That's the only game that I relied upon, because there were people you could talk to. You could piss around and just do stupid stuff. You get funny people who are there who just, carry the channel in some ways. Victor, he's funny. He's been there since day one. Big up Victor. I'm also sorry for that guy as well, because I have ignored him throughout the days as well. But it's really a shame. I am absolutely annoyed by myself for doing that. But yeah, I've been literally super very in a depressed state in a way, because of all these arguments with parents and stuff. It's not good, it's not healthy, but we building now, we get moving, because I think my own mother, right, she's just scared for me in the future and worrying about what I will be like, thinking I just need to, do this and that. I need to really get my head in gear this time, because I'm losing focus and I'm drowning myself in different thoughts what I shouldn't be in. I've quit so many acts throughout these days because of this, and I just look in the mirror and sometimes I'm just thinking, this isn't who I am. I need to be who I want to be. And I think that's literally me now. as I'm speaking. I am being who I want to be now. This is me. And I'm going to put some good inspirational quote right now. Ready? Um, you cannot figure out your own self if you're around others so much. What I mean by that is, if you hang around with friends or just people, friends, workers, colleagues, all that jib jab, you're going to look at their lives and you're going to compare it to yours, and you're going to be like, maybe I need to be like more like them so I can fit in. No, this is why people love the American Psycho, because he tried to fit in, and people relate to it because they know that that's what they do as well. Everyone does. Everyone around us tries to fit in, right? No matter how much they try, they want to. And to be honest, fitting into the world isn't a good thing. Everyone needs to have their own personalities, and everyone needs to be different. Because if everyone's going to be the same and not do what they really want to do, them intrusive thoughts that you get in the back of your mind, I feel like doing something funny in public, but I'm too embarrassed to think that I'll get told, or, treat like an absolute idiot and think people think I'm weird or some shit. No. If you want to speak out in public and, talk to the world and say this and that, and, if you want to preach about God or preach about something else, you do that. Who's stopping you? Absolutely no one. Preaching about God is a really main goal, though. That's the main goal you want to be on. Nothing else. Don't preach about anything else. But besides all that, it's just what it is, my mind's gone blank all of a sudden. Hang on, let me process. Sorry, bear with me. Yeah, but that's what I was like past the few weeks and everything, and I've realised, you know what? Fuck fitting in. I don't want to be like anyone else. I want to be like me. I don't want to speak, walk, talk, or act like anyone else, because I'm my own man. And you are too. Your own woman, your own man, your own, anything. You can be whoever you want to be in this world. Just don't like take that as a different meaning, if you know what I mean. Like, the LGBTQ HDMI PS5. You don't do whatever you want to, but do with that. I'm not forcing you to not do that. I'm just saying what I mean is be your own character. Maybe I'm taking this a bit too far a different direction, but besides that, just stop and just think to yourself, who am I? What is my main purpose in this life I'm living now? Because memories will fade away. Dreams will eventually not come true. That's if you don't put your head into it. And it's just the matter of taking action now. I know I'm speaking for us all here. I need to as well. There are so many things that I want to do, but I just don't do it. Well, not really. There is nothing much I want to do besides from... I want to learn how to drive and then just drive off in the night time. That's my main goal right now. I want to drive in midnight, and I just want to take late night drives, because I've seen... Oh, Jesus Christ. My mate's invited me to a party. I haven't spoken to him in days. I told him I would hop on. But what I mean... Oh, he's just confused me now. You bastard. This guy. Right. Yeah, late night drives, As soon as I pass that test and everything, boom, I'm out. I don't care what time it is, because I've seen how late and how, what's it called? How many people drive. There's not many. There's literally zero. It's very weird because, as soon as you're outside in the middle of night, say around like 2 or 3ish, there's no one around driving. But as soon as it hits that sparking morning, 7 o'clock, fucking hell, fire, there is so many cars. Jesus. Everyone's trying to rush to work, school, and all that bollocks. Oh, it gets me annoyed sometimes. Getting the bus is really annoying too. I don't see how people still do it. Me, personally, when I'm past that test, I'm passed. I am driving. And to be honest, I don't really care. There's another thing as well that reminds me, because oil prices have gone up. I've heard about that. That's mad, that, around my area and stuff. Now he's trying to ring me. I'll have to text him in a minute. But it's just so crazy to me how the oil prices have gone up because of all these quote quote wars and all this bollocks. I know it's all real and everything, but that's the type of shit what you can't think about on a daily basis because it's not your life. You don't know what's actually happening, and you know, don't don't like talk about it in public with your friends because it's just not a good topic, is it? Or have you heard about what's happened to this country or that country or what Trump's doing and all that? No. I know I'm switching subjects a little bit here, but I'm meant to be doing that. I'm supposed to be like talking to you. This video was literally meant to be me speaking to you about how I'm doing, but nah, I'm just going to be teaching you a few lessons of my own things. What I've learned, even though I'm 17 years old and I might not know everything in the world because I'm not a fucking 17-year-old man, 70-year-old man thinking, you need to be wise, kids, you need to do this and that and the other, because 70-year-old people are out of date. I know it's very harsh to say. There are a lot of people out there who can teach lessons and they're very wise. I won't lie to you. All people can. But they are. And sometimes you just need to get with the program a little bit and think, hang about, what is this? Because of all these stupid things going off right now, don't focus on it. Because it'll drag your mind through different areas in life and you'll be thinking, Jesus, man, what is really happening? You won't be focused on your own self. It's a whole world distraction with the system, as people say, the system. I'm not being a fucking conspiracy theorist or but this is truly 100%, well, 99.9% true. Because nobody wants you to be who you want to be. They want to keep you trapped in a fucking cage and think, no, you're staying in there because you belong in there. You belong to take orders. You belong to do this and that. I'm not saying that working a job is bad or money's money and you've got to feed kids. You've got to feed kids. Don't quit your job and invest because you're fucking Andrew Tate or whatnot. No. I'm saying that you just need to get your head out of all this stupid fucking news and this bullshit what goes around the world, what rots your mind completely, and it just makes you wonder what the fuck is going off. You need to think about who you are. You need to realize who you want to be first. And it's a very hard choice. To be honest, it's really difficult. It'll be the most 100% difficult thing in the entire world. I'm still trying to figure out who I am, who I really am. And I'm actually slowly progressing on that, very slowly. I can see progress. I'm not really who I used to be 2 weeks back. I know that's stupid to say. You might compare me to them 2 weeks and you think, he's still the same and everything. But change doesn't happen overnight. It never will. It never does. All right. You can't just wake up one morning and say, all right, I'm going to be an angry motherfucker because I want to be. You know what I mean? You can't, because emotions are not controlled by you. And if you want to control your emotions, you can practice that and you can try. But I truly say right now, it's 100% not possible. 99.9%. I don't like sticking with 100% because there's always a chance. Everything's possible. Through God, everything is possible. That's a Bible verse, by the way. I don't know what it's from, but through God, all things are possible. Amen to that. But yeah, don't think about being some nonchalant kid and being all this and that and just think, I'm cool. No, I don't like that shit. I don't respect nobody who thinks they're cool because they don't speak often or they go to the gym every 5 days a week or some bullshit. No. I respect people who can really just get out their own boundaries and speak properly and think, you know what? Fuck this. Because if you want to be, I'm not saying going to the gym is bad, by the way. I'm saying it because I work out myself like 4 times to 3 times a week. Which is actually quite going well, to be honest. I'm seeing improvements, slowly but surely. But besides all that, don't pretend to be someone you're not. Why is he still inviting me? Anyway, I'll join him in a minute. But don't pretend to be someone you're not, because if you're not that person, you're not that person. All right? Don't force yourself to be someone you're not. Let your soul bring out who you really want to be. But yeah, no, if you want to be that type of guy, you be that type of guy. But it's a bit stupid to me to even like think of that, because every nonchalant person I come across, well, quote unquote nonchalant person, right? They always seem a bit pissed off at me, or just be like, this guy's annoying. They always call me annoying, right? And I don't know why. It's probably because I'm too talkative sometimes, but that's the only reason why I've lost a few friends, because of how annoying I am and how talkative I can be sometimes. It's not healthy. It's not good. Don't be like me, but don't be like others. Be who you want to be. So there's no one to inspire you. I'm not a good person to be inspired by. You just need to go by your own train of thought and think, this is good. Everyone needs a leader in this life, and the best leader is God. Jesus Christ, yes. And I'm not joking. It is. But I'm not going to spit you all at the gospel anyway, because I don't like forcing people into that stuff. I'm just being honest. It's true. Because ever since I did turn to him, which was like a couple years ago now, a really long time ago actually, it's just been amazing. There are so many battles you have to face and so many sins that you have to really push through to go through. But it's difficult, it's harsh, and it hurts a lot. Anyway, yeah, I think this video has been a long time. This has been more than 10 minutes, I know that for sure. Jesus, wow, 22 minutes. Right on my calculations. Amen to that. Anyway, that's it from me. Hopefully you all enjoyed, I suppose. There will be more videos coming out soon. I have to edit this out now and try and put that clip in. Oh, I can't believe I mentioned the clip. Now I have to put it in the... Oh, right. This will only take, what, like a few minutes? No, I'm not bothered. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. And if you want to, it would help. Spread the message this time. I'm not doing this for any money or anything, but subscribe, because it can boost my algorithm and let more people see this, because I want to help them out. I've decided that, you know what, screw it. Like and subscribe, but just do it, I suppose. Let's help people out, all right? If you think this is inspirational, you do that. But if you think not, just leave and don't come back, I suppose. Not in a mean way, but you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, I love you all. That's very weird to say, but I do. I don't know, I just felt like saying that. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Potato.